answer your questions today. So excited to do so. The phones are live. Call us at 615-912-2998. Again, that is 615-912-2998. My name is Kimberly Beam Holmes. If you haven't joined us here before, or maybe you have and forgot who I am, it's Kimberly. And I'm joined with Dr. Joe. How are you doing today, Joe?
I'm doing well. I just have, my microphone's pretty far away. I don't hear me in my microphone.
I don't hear me in my microphone either.
Okay.
Oh, magic. Thank you, Jason.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll hear in a minute here. Okay, anyway, I just had lunch, or actually a brunch, with a very bright young licensed professional counselor. He and his wife, who is also an LPC, just attended our workshop recently, and he was spending his time telling me about how wonderful our workshop is and how brilliantly it's laid out, and just went on and on and on about how excited he is about what we have and what we offer. It was a great brunch. I'll tell you all about it after the program.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear about that. We have a lot of great things going on. We also have the mini workshop, M-I-N-I, mini workshop that you're doing this weekend. See what I did there? Not we, you. That you're hosting this weekend, and that one is almost sold out. There might be a couple of tickets left. So if any of you are interested in that and you've just been waiting for the right time, this is it. And our team will post that in the chat. Dr. Joe is doing a 2-hour mini live workshop. So it's on Zoom, but it's cameras on, it's interactive. It's going to be fantastic. And he's going more in depth into how to stop doing those things that are pushing your spouse away and how to start doing the things to pull them back towards you.
So I'll be able to see them as well as them see me.
And they see you.
And I can actually take live calls. Will that be possible?
Yeah, take live questions right there in the middle
Where
of it.
they write them in or actually can talk to me?
They can do either. It is your show. You'll be able to run it as you wish.
Will there be somebody there to show me how to run it as I wish?
Scott.
Okay, very good.
Scott from our team will be there. So as I said, the link will be coming up soon, but that's coming up this Saturday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Central Time. Hope to see you there. Just a couple of spots left, so be sure to do that. Well, Joe, I believe it's time for us to go to our first caller of today. Let's go to Michael from Arkansas. Michael, how can we help you today?
Hi. Yes, ma'am. So my wife and I, we've been married 21 years. And she moved out in July after a argument that we had and 4 days of back and forth. And we had started getting better communication. We even celebrated our anniversary, which was October 9th, together, even though she's living somewhere else. And went on a few dates, and we had an argument, and I blew up at her, and now she's pulled back away from me again, doesn't want to talk to me. So what should my next
Why did you blow up at her?
It was basically I had been giving her stuff, and I called her or texted her because I'm not allowed to call her, and asked if I could see her, and she's like, well, I'd rather go do something with you and our son.
So she didn't do what you wanted her to do, and you blew up at her. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay. And when you say blow up, can you give us a little idea what that means, that you blew up?
I yelled and cussed at her.
Okay. And how much of that did she take before she cut off the conversation?
She cussed back at me, and then the conversation stopped.
So she ended it. She hung up on you?
No, she was actually next to me. We were in a car.
Oh, I see. So she stopped talking to you?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. May I ask, why? What was motivating you? Why did you blow up? What were you feeling?
She mattered more to me than I mattered to her.
So you felt hurt. You felt rejected.
Yes.
And what do you think she was feeling?
Like I was being selfish.
And so your reaction to her feeling you were selfish was that you blew up. So do you think you made her believe even more that you were being selfish when you did that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm not going to beat you up on that, Michael. You're already saying that you know you did the wrong thing, right?
Yes, sir. And I immediately apologized afterwards too. I apologized for disrespecting her and yelling at her, but she was already done.
Okay. And so, what specifically is your question now, my friend? And I'm sorry that happened, and I'm not trying to beat you up about it. I just want to make sure that we understand it. Okay? So, what specific question do you have for us, my friend?
What should my next steps be to try to open the communication back up? Should I back off for a little while and let her have her space again, and then try to start back over? Or, well, this has been like she and I have been in a relationship since we were teenagers. So like she was 14, I was 18, and we've been together for 27 years. We're both in our 40s.
Well, I'm sure this isn't the first time that you have blown up at her. So in the past, what has worked? Or has
Letting the
anything
situation. Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't think anything worked. I have to have resolution, so I hate for things to go on. So usually I would just apologize until she accepted my apology, and then we'd move forward. But evidently she'd been holding a lot of resentment because of it, and I didn't see it.
Yes, I think you're right on to it, Michael. What she is wanting at this point is to know that you have changed. She moved out for a reason. You are in the middle of trying to make things better, but when these kinds of things, when these blow-ups happen, likely what's going on in the mind of your wife is, he's never going to change. He's never going to make it right. I'm just going to go back to the same old thing that we used to be a part of. Why do I want to do that? And that's the narrative that we have to restructure. We have to fix that. And the way that you do that, Michael, is by being consistent. Consistency over time is the only thing that's going to lead your wife to believe that this is going to be different. Now, no one's perfect. You're not going to be perfect. No person can ever be perfect. There's always going to be fights. Even the happiest married couples are still going to fight. It's not the fight that's the problem. It is the way that you come back together and fix things after a fight, even if you ultimately never agree on the thing that you were fighting about. So, Michael, at this point, what I would ask you is, where are the opportunities for you to show that you are changing? You said that you've apologized, and you said in the past you would continue to apologize basically until she gave in and would give you a second shot. That's not going to work. So maybe ask yourself, number one, did I apologize in a way where she felt like I understood how much I had hurt her? And if not, then maybe a second apology for that is warranted. But if you feel like you did apologize appropriately and adequately, then what I would do is try and move on mentally in your head and try and find other opportunities to reach out and have a conversation with her about something completely different. This is where smart contact comes in. You're trying to find those items that you can talk about, your kids, different things where you are going to show that you are now calm and that you are changing the way that you are interacting with her. And she has to see that consistently over time. What would you add to that, Joe?
Well, I think you're dead on. Stop apologizing. Because if you continue to apologize over and over and over, basically saying, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, after a while you begin to convince both you and the other person that you're no good, that you're sorry, not in the sense of I feel like I hurt you, but sorry in the sense that you don't have value. And so I would say, stop doing that. You say, well, what shouldn't I still acknowledge? Sure. If she says that hurt, you can say, after you've already told her you're sorry and you apologize, if she says, but that hurt, you can say, I know it did. I'm glad I'm learning better. If somehow or other it comes up again and she said, but you don't know how deeply it hurt me, you would, rather than saying, I'm sorry, because you don't want to keep saying that over and over again, you'd say, yes, I have come to realize that. I'm learning a lot. And so you're still acknowledging what you did was painful, but you stop beating yourself up verbally. And so be patient here. Consistency over time is the principle that helps all kinds of things. And I'm sorry if I sounded like I was beating you up early. I'm not. I've done all those same things myself. Everybody has. But right now, I would say the next time you have a conversation, if you feel being ignored, offended, like you're being put second, you're not as important to her as she is to you. Stop and recognize that. Okay, that's what I'm feeling, but I'm not going to act on that feeling because it's going to turn out negative. You can do this. You've been together since you were teenagers. Be patient, be kind. You guys can work this out. Just don't push.
Stopping the pushes. That's what it's all about, isn't it, Joe?
Join me this Saturday when I'm going to be talking about that from 9 to 11.
Absolutely. Now we're going to Leanne from Vancouver, Canada. Leanne, how can we help you today?
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited to be on here. So my husband has had has been with this person since 2020, and it's been on and off. She did go back to her husband for a year, and then they got back together. He took early retirement. We came to Nashville and did the course last year. He admitted 100% he was in limerence. We came back from the course, and 3 weeks later, he moved out on his own, about 5 minutes from our house. Within the 10 months that he was gone, he pretty much, he broke up with her maybe 3 times, and it was very nasty breakups. But then they would get back together again, and then he would say to me that he can't stand it any longer, and he needs to get out of his job because they worked together. So he took early retirement. I helped him with all of that. He's probably in the 2 years, I found out July 2023 about the affair. In that 2-year time, he's probably come back and forth at least 12, 13, maybe 14 times.
Wow.
Every time he comes home, he hits a wall, and he said, I can't stand, the shame is too great, I gotta go, and he goes back to her. And then what happened, he got very angry, not this last time, the time before, and he basically got aggressive with me, and I called the police, and there was a no contact order, and he ended up having to move in with her for 3 months. And he would cry. He would phone to his mom and say, I can't stand living here. I talked to him a couple times, and he basically said, Leanne, I realize I'm chasing a fantasy. He goes, I know, I need to get away from her. And so we had the order changed. He moved back home with his parents, who are in our suite. And he was home for about a week. Well, no, he's been home for about 5 weeks now, but he was talking to me for about a week. And then he said to me, I'm having a really hard time being around you. The shame and guilt.
Let's stop right there. Why is he feeling such shame?
I don't know.
He hasn't given you a clue at all as to why he's feeling such. Is he a religious man?
He is religious, yeah.
And is he still religious?
No, totally against everything now.
Okay. When you say he was religious, what does that mean?
Like he was a Christian and would go to church and.
Okay, so this man is living in violation of the beliefs and values he used to have, correct?
100%.
Okay, and is eating him alive. Has anyone, including you, done anything to help him deal with that guilt?
He actually had a couple coaching sessions, and with Raoul, with Ren, and he just, I don't know, and he will not break it off. He's got this obsession with the LO.
Maybe.
He's this morning.
He may have an obsession with her, but it may be that she is a semi-safe place. She's definitely not the safe place because he keeps complaining about it and keeps leaving her. But that means that he doesn't have a safe place, including with you. If he's vacillating, going back and forth, this guy's looking for something. She's not giving it to him, but apparently she's giving him enough that at least he has something there, and that's why he's going back to her. So what can you do to make it a safe place where you are, where you can help him deal with that guilt?
I don't know. I honestly, I've been coaching. I've been trying, like this. Sorry, it's just been a really long road for me.
I'm so sorry.
And I'm at a point I just don't even know what to do anymore. I've been so laid back and calm with him, and just like, everything stopped all pushes. My smart contact is
I'm
like right
sure-
on point.
I am sure you
message
have
him.
done wonderfully well. The problem is not with you, it's in him. And when I was saying, what have you done to make it a safe place, that was not a condemnation of you. It's like,
Yeah, no,
do
I
you-
understand that.
So the pastor
Yeah.
where he used to go to church, did he like that pastor?
Hello?
Yeah, are you still there?
Oh, sorry. I am still there. Yeah.
Okay, the pastor where he used to go to church, did he like that pastor?
Yeah, great friends. He's reached out to him to try and talk to him. He's had other friends reach out to talk to him.
And so
And
has this
there was
pastor
a
been
little
helping him at all in terms of dealing with his
No, he
guilt?
won't have. Nope, he will not. My husband will have nothing to do. He's ditched all of his friends, everyone.
All right. Okay, so when he comes home
And
and he talks to you,
yeah.
and he starts talking about his guilt and those kinds of things, do you know how to deal with that, how to help him with that, or is that something that we can help you learn how to do?
Well, it's probably something I'm going to need help with, but he won't even talk about it with me. All he says is he just thinks running is the answer. He said, I just want to live on my own. One time he did break down, probably about 3 months ago, and that was kind of his heart, I think, showing through, because he said to me, Leanne, how could I ever show my face again to anybody?
Okay,
And,
this is
and
a
he just
man.
broke down, and I was like,
I'm so sorry for your pain and for his pain, but he's in pain too. This man is looking for peace within, and he needs somebody who can help him do that. Which of our current coaches have you ever coached with Vinny, for example?
no, I haven't.
Okay, if you have any coaching sessions left, I would suggest that you ask for Vinny. Not against any other coach we have. We have tremendous coaches. But Vinny has a background that I think here could help you with this in learning how to help him learn that you can be extremely forgiving no matter what he's done, and that you can help him get past this guilt and shame. If you could establish a relationship with Vinny, and again, we have several good coaches, but I think Vinny's the best one for this, then maybe, just maybe, you can finally convince him to talk to Vinny. And Vinny is the guy, I would say, that on our team, among our coaches, I think Vinny is the guy who could help most this way. And so if you have any coaching sessions left, or if you need to get some more, I would suggest whoever you're coaching with now, nothing against them, they're all great, but Vinny is the one who'll be best equipped to help you with this. Did we lose you?
Oh, I'm there still.
Okay.
Are you there?
Oh, yeah, we're here. Kimberly?
Okay, so you just think that this is about his pain and okay. So
Yeah.
is it okay.
It's not about you.
Oh,
It's not about you. It's about him. The man's dealing with the pain from his own guilt because he's violated his own beliefs and values. And he vacillates back and forth, and it's painful to go back and face the things you've done wrong. I know that for a fact. I had to do it after I left my wife for another woman and all those kinds of things, and everybody knew about it, and I cut off contact with all my friends who were religious, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I know where he is. I've been there. But I'm telling you that with time, this can be remedied. But you could use some coaching from somebody who is trained in helping people deal with guilt. And because of Vinny's past, am I saying that right? You think Vinny's a good guy for this, Kimberly?
Absolutely. Vinny's going to be absolutely great.
He'll be wonderful. And our other coaches are great, but Vinny's the one that'll be best equipped to help you with this.
For sure. For sure, Leanne. Remember, there is always, always hope. Awesome. All right. Well, we are going to head over to Michael's Motivational Minute. Over to you, Michael.
When your marriage is uncertain, you can have feelings of fear, of frustration, of confusion. That's why it's so important for you to get clarity. Clarity is reminding you of who you really are. It reminds you of your beliefs and your values, what you hold dear, and then it reminds you of who it is that you're working to become. You can choose peace over problems. You can choose calm over confusion. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to take out a piece of paper sometime today, and I want you to write down who it is that you want to become. Maybe it's a man of integrity. Write that down. I am a man of integrity. Maybe it's somebody who stays calm in the midst of the chaos. I will stay calm during conversations. Write that down, who it is that you are. And then I want you to take some time to pick one or two behaviors that would help you become that person. I am a man of integrity. I will tell no lies. I am someone who stays calm in the midst of chaos. I will not engage in arguments or heated debates. Write down one or two of those behaviors of who it is that you are wanting to become. It is so important during this crisis, during this time that you find yourself in, to not only stay calm, but also to get clarity. Clarity on who you are, who you want to become, regardless of the things that are around you. Clarity is what brings hope, and hope is what really makes the difference.
Always love to hear from Michael.
He's a good guy.
Such a great guy. And I hope that you all take some of those motivational minutes and put them to use. In fact, we're going to start posting those minutes on Instagram. So if you're not following Marriage Helper yet on Instagram, be sure that you go do that. Find Marriage Helper, give us a follow. Make sure you're subscribed to us here on YouTube as well. We're putting out shorts, we're putting out new content all the time throughout the week, and you definitely don't want to miss it. So be sure that you're following us on all of those platforms. Well, Joe, we have some comments that people have been leaving in the chat that we want to address.
Okay, good. Before we go to another call, I think that's great.
Yeah, sounds great. So Deborah has said, my husband and I are working on our marriage. We had almost ended it. He was seeing someone else and states that he did end it, but he still plans on staying friends with her. He only ended the intimacy. I can already see some future concerns with this situation. Can't you, Joe?
Yeah, and I'll just be brief, and I want to hear from you, Kimberly. When I left Alice for another woman way back, well before you were born, when that happened, and then Alice and I put it back together and remarried, I know that Alice would have never been able to handle my continuing to be friends with the other person. But not only that, I wouldn't have either. Because of the fact that those emotions could still be in there somewhere. And if we were being friends, at some point those things might arise again, either in me or in her, even if we both had convinced that never going to happen again. And it would have never worked for us.
Right. No, I can't. I'm not even friends on Facebook with people I dated in high school, much less someone that I would have just had an affair with and am trying to end it. No, it's going to have to end. But honestly, probably what's happening with your husband, Deborah, is he's trying to avoid pain. Mm-hmm. He doesn't want to feel the pain of fully ending it with her, or maybe he feels like he's going to lose something if he loses this friendship that he had with her. But the truth of the matter is, in order for the two of you to fully reconcile, that's going to have to be a part of your reconciliation process. Here's what I would recommend. If you haven't been to one of our workshops, the couples workshop, you and your husband attending it, will be eye-opening, especially for him, to be able to understand why he can't stay friends with this person. But the other thing that happens inside that workshop is we teach you a plan. There's a 5-step process of how to reconcile well. This is so key in our success rate that we have here at Marriage Helper. Mm-hmm. And our coaches then, after the workshop, can help you and your husband work through this as a mediator so that they can be the one to make sure that they're hearing both sides and crafting the correct plan for the two of you to work towards so that you can actually work on your marriage and have it end up being better than ever before. So that would be my recommendation. You can try to do this alone and try and fight this battle with your husband and continue to be met with defensiveness and frustration, and you might ultimately end up right back where you were. Or you can have us help you, and we've helped thousands of people do it.
Mm-hmm. One thing I would add to that, Deborah, understand that because I've been in his situation, the primarily thing I missed after the affair was over and after Alice and I went back together was the friendship I had with that other woman. So understand that that's not necessarily a desire for evil. He's not desiring to go on with the affair. So let him know that you understand. I realize that it first started as a friendship, and that's what developed into an affair in all likelihood. And I understand you're going to miss that. But At the same time, you understand if we're going to put this back together, I have to have security. Security in the sense that I know that I'm safe. And so every action has a consequence, good, bad, or indifferent. And the consequence you're going to have here is losing her friendship because I can't live with that. And therefore, I'm asking you for me to understand. I'm not trying to vilify her. I'm not trying to beat you up. I'm not trying to cause you pain. But at the same time, there's a path we have to follow. And as Kimberly said, please come to our workshop and learn that reconciliation process.
We would love to have you there. As a reminder, the phone lines are open, so you can call the number 615-912-2998 if you have a question that you would like for Dr. Joe and I to answer on air. Before we get to a next caller, there's another comment that I think that we need to address on here, where someone says, both my husband and I know his affair partner and her husband, but right now her husband has no idea that the affair is going on. To me, it's not my place to tell him, but she, the wife of this guy, is also not telling him either. I don't know how to feel about it. What would your recommendation be in this situation, Joe?
You know, it's a touchy subject.
It is a touchy subject.
And you are right. It is her place to tell him. You see,
It is her place to tell him, or it's not her place to tell him?
I'm saying it's the affair partner's, that woman's place to tell her husband. Thanks for clarifying what I was saying there. Yes, it's her responsibility to tell her husband. Now, what you don't indicate here is whether this affair is over or not. If it's over, then you deal with it one way. If it's still going on, you deal with another. For example, if it's still going on, you might say to your partner, to your husband, I should say, you know, he deserves to know what's happening, that you have these feelings for his wife. And she should tell him, so I'm asking you that you would tell her that she needs to tell him because it's not fair that he not knows. And then if she refuses to do that, you might say to your husband, I realize what you're doing right now lacks integrity. You're married to me, but you're having an affair with another person. That's a lack of integrity. But I think you still have some integrity in there, if indeed you think he does. And based on your integrity, if she won't tell him, then you need to go see him. Now, I realize that might be dangerous because of the fact that he's probably not going to react with, oh, well, thank you for the information. Right. He's probably going to be upset and angry about it when you tell him. But he has a right to know. And therefore, I suggest that you do that. Now, if the affair's already over, there's a different perspective here. Then I would say that this couple, this one right here with somewhere in time is what she is putting as her name there. If the affair is over, I would leave that other marriage to itself. She should tell him that's right. But if the affair is over, I would say stay out of that marriage, leave it alone. That's my opinion. What do you think?
Because you don't want to, you need the separation. You don't want to get back involved with that other couple, bring anything back. And yes, there is that feeling. I know I would probably feel that feeling of justice, but they deserve to know, they need to know, but what is the goal? And if the affair is over, we have to trust that they're going to somehow work it out. You need to fix your own marriage at this time.
I would still agree that the other husband should know, but it's not your responsibility to do that.
Exactly. Well, let's go to a caller. We have Liz from Chicago. Liz, how can we help you today?
Hello.
Hi, Liz.
I'm so happy to be speaking to you.
We're happy to be speaking to you. How can we help you today?
So, my husband and I have been separated for over 2 years. And obviously he told me that it's not going to work and he wants a divorce, but he's never gone through with it. There's no speaking at all. We don't talk at all. He blocks me from everything. I can't even send him a message. Recently, I tried to talk to him. It didn't go well. I tried to write him a letter. It didn't go well. I know those are all pushes, but I was feeling a little anxious of, that there was no movement and all at all in the relationship. So my therapist suggested that I should start sleeping in another room because it was causing anxiety staying in the same bedroom. So I did that for about a week, and I did get good rest. But then something in me told me that I should go back to, I just felt I needed to be in my bed. Why do I have to be the one to remove myself? So my question is, moving into a different room, is that, or I should say returning back to my room, is that also considered like a push?
So you are separated, but you're living in the same house, sleeping in the same bed.
Yes.
Is there any cuddling, any
Yes.
lovemaking, anything like that?
No. Absolutely not. No.
Any kindness, any warm conversation?
No, there's no he will not speak to me. So
And
it's like I'm invisible.
Why? And this has been happening for 2 years?
Yeah.
That you've been living in the same
So
house,
he
sleeping in the same bed, and
Yeah.
not at all communicating.
No. Maybe there's been a handful of times that I've attempted to talk to him, and he's always shut me down and told me that there's nothing left to talk about. And it gets pretty aggressive, so then, I back down. And that's
Why is he staying in the house?
probably because of the kids, and he's very like, this is my house. I think maybe he wants me to be the one to make the decision so that I'm the one that looks bad, to the kids.
And what led to this? I mean, were you happy before and then something led to this shift?
So we've been separated before. This is like I guess like a pattern that he has, but this time has been the longest. So I just assumed that he would return back, that he would apologize and everything would be fixed again. But now he has. He has cheated in the years ago, and I don't know if that caused his insecurity in the relationship to then accuse me, which I have never stepped out. And that's the excuse that he still holds on to this day.
That he's scared that you're going to cheat.
That I have.
That have you cheated?
No.
Is there any?
No. And to me, that's insulting because I forgave him for him and the things that he's done to me in the past.
So why have you allowed this to happen for 2 years?
Because of the children.
Yeah.
And because of the scheduling, I guess, our job. I work nights, he works days, so the kids are safe with him in the evening. I guess that's why I've never made the move. But mainly for the children, and because I love them. I don't want a divorce. But I did. There's been no movement at all.
How old are you guys, Liz?
We're in our late 40s.
Okay. And are you content to live like this from now on?
No, like that's why I have this like anxious feeling that I need to do something, but I also don't want to give up.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe you said this earlier and I just missed it. Is he involved with somebody else?
Not that I know of.
So
and he will deny it to
why
this
doesn't he
day.
want to be with you? As he said?
He told me I'm not his person anymore.
That you're not what? I'm sorry.
His person.
That I'm not his person.
His lobster.
Yeah.
His lobster. What does that mean?
It's a Friends reference. So not his person. So she had said a minute ago that he has had an affair in the past.
I see.
And he has insecurity now, thinking that she has cheated on him, but she hasn't. And so he's just unhappy. There's something else going on
Yes.
his side. We're trying to figure out what that is.
Yes. Liz, people want out of a relationship for basically one of two reasons. One is they're being pushed out, like I can't live with you because of this pain you're causing me, or they're being pulled out, meaning there's a lifestyle, a person, there's something out there that's pulling me away. The fact that he's still living in your house indicates that if there is a pull, it's not that strong. At least he's still there with you. And the push couldn't be that strong, it doesn't seem, because he's still there with you. And so I would think if you still love this guy, as you say you do and want to work this out, part of it is to decide, am I pushing him? And if so, let me figure out what I'm doing because I'm not aware of it. Or is he being pulled? And if there could ever be a conversation where he'd be open and honest, is when you could say to him, please really deeply help me understand what's going on here. If he would do that, but it sounds like he refuses to.
Yeah, the thing, Joe, is she really is stuck between a rock and a hard place
Because it's convenient.
because it's convenient. I don't think it's a push for her to stay sleeping in her own bed.
I don't think it is either. There's something going on here, as you said, and we can't quite figure it out what it
can't
is
figure it
based on
out.
this information, but there's something going on here.
There's something deeper.
Do you think there's any possibility he would come to the workshop with you? Any at all?
That he would what?
Come to our workshop, our 3-day workshop with you.
I doubt it because he won't even talk to me. He won't, like, it's not normal to, as an adult, that we can't sit and talk. He will not talk to me.
Does he talk
will
to
not,
anybody that you know of?
Yes,
Who?
yes. Well, I mean, they're not my friends.
I know,
They're-
but who's he
has,
talking to?
You know, good friends.
What about his parents? Like, do you have a good relationship with his mom or his dad? Does he talk to them?
No, he does not.
So he's does he just, are they living?
One is, yeah, but he's shut them out as well.
So he's isolated a bunch of people in his life and he's just living consequence free in the actions that he's taking.
But who are these people he's talking to? Do you know?
They're males that I know of. Like, he has good friends,
Okay.
but I don't know. Beyond that, I don't know. I'm living like I don't know what to do and I don't know what's going on.
Joe, I think she has to do something.
I agree. Liz, I'm going to do something that Kimberly's going to beat me up for later.
I would never.
Not in front of you guys. And that's this. I'm going to give you three free coaching sessions. Okay? I need you to contact
Thank
us
you so much.
with your info, right, at info@marriagehelper.com. I don't normally do this, but I'm going to pay for these coaching sessions out of my own pocket. And so I want you to send to
God bless.
info@marriagehelper.com, and Kimberly will get that. We're going to assign you with the person I think is going to be best to help you out here. But we want to help you figure this out if at all possible. And for the rest of you out there saying, wow, let's call because Dr. Beam's going to give me this stuff. Right now, I'm quaking in my boots facing Kimberly
Oh,
after
yeah,
the program
sure.
is over.
He's
But I wanna
making
do
me
that.
sound so big and
Liz,
bad.
because I'm really curious. I want to help. And I'm going to give that for you. So you send your information to info@marriagehelper.com, Liz, and we'll take it from there. Okay?
Thank you so much. God bless you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you, Liz. So from our back end, Jason, if you could just write her number, perfect. And then that's how we'll check it. All right. Well, let's go on to Enrique from Maryland. Enrique, how can we help you today?
Are you there, Enrique?
Hello?
Hi, how are you, Enrique?
Hey, how are you? This is Enrique from the DR. Right now I'm in Maryland. My wife and I, we've been married since 2023. She brought me to this country. We have a daughter together. She is 18 months. And what happened was we are now separated since June 21st, 2025. The reason is because she says she's unsafe emotionally because when we argue, I raise my voice on her.
Mm-hmm.
I've been working on my pies. I've used the smell contact. But we have a mediation this Saturday for my child because she's not letting me see my child.
Mm-hmm.
I only see my daughter on Fridays for 1 or 2 hours, and she's always there supervising. And then when I say, hey, I need to have some privacy, she's not letting me be with my daughter a long time. I'm asking, what can I do in that case? Because she is living with her parents, and then her sister is a lawyer. They've been telling her like a lot of things. She's been calling lawyers. Maybe she wants a divorce. I don't know what she wants, but she's not talking to me right now.
Mm-hmm. And the reason that she's given is because she feels like you are emotionally unsafe because you raise your voice at her.
She is emotionally unsafe because she says when she was growing up, she saw her parents arguing a lot, and that's a boundary. And she's like, she just wants to see my daughter to grow up in that environment because she needs some peace of mind. And she thinks because we argue and I raise my voice on her, she's unsafe emotionally. We've been going to therapy sessions. We went to a therapist. The first day she met us, she says, okay, guys, I recommend separation. That's why she and I are separated. Yeah, she and I are separated. And then the second therapist, we were working on the reconciliation, and then she put a pause. She has paused the therapy sessions.
Okay. Well, it makes me very mad that on the very first meeting that your therapist would recommend separation. That
Yeah.
always puts me on my
Same here.
soapbox. But at this point, here's my question for you. Do you have a good lawyer?
Breaking up. Hello?
Do you have
What
a
was the
good lawyer?
question?
Do you have a good lawyer, Enrique?
Good question. I've been looking for lawyers. I don't have a lawyer right now. We have a mediation Saturday. I don't have a lawyer because of my income, because she controls my finances. We have a joint account, and then when I try to transfer money, she doesn't allow me to, because she always says, "Oh, our daughter, this and that," but she's paying her brother as my daughter's nanny. She's paying her brother $700 a week to take care of my daughter, and then I don't let her know. I don't know if they split that money between themselves, but how can you make, like, my daughter's uncle charges money?
Are
to
you
take care of
wanting
my
to
daughter?
save the marriage?
Yes.
You have a mediation on Saturday for you to be able to see your daughter. I believe the most important thing you have to focus on right now is bringing evidence for your side of that. And that's going to be difficult when you don't have a lawyer to defend you. But when you go into mediation on Saturday, keep in mind, if your goal is to save the marriage, don't come in ready to fight. Come in ready to protect your relationship with your daughter, but don't come in a way that's going to be so strong that it continues to alienate your wife. Does that make sense, Enrique?
Yes, it does.
That would be my...
I even have a letter. I mean, I have an individual therapist, and she recommended to write a letter, like a statement of accountability letter, which I wrote. I have the letter to read that day, just to apologize for my actions, because I've been working on myself. I hope she can listen to what I'm about to say that day.
Yeah. I'm not going to give legal advice. I don't think your therapist should either. So I don't know if that's a good idea or not.
I think if you can possibly find an attorney, even if you can find one who will let you pay overtime. Now, attorneys typically don't do that because of the fact that so many times people who offer to pay overtime don't, and they typically like their money up front. But somewhere in Maryland, I would look for people who care and who can help you find an attorney that you can afford, or maybe find an attorney group where they can say, we do so much pro bono stuff. We do some pro bono, which means for free. But Enrique, right now, you really, really need an attorney. Are you now legal in America?
Good question. That's the problem. She's taking advantage because I have my conditional green card. I have to renew it next year. So that's the problem.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
it was through marriage.
Another reason you need an attorney, my friend. Whatever you have to do to get the attorney, I beg of you to get one to protect you here. Please, you're going to need this desperately.
And I would, again, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not about to give you legal advice. If it were me, I would be hesitant to read a letter about anything if I don't have an attorney that's looked it over and said that's okay.
No, I wouldn't either. I'd have to have an attorney.
Enrique, you've got to find an attorney.
It may take some effort. It may take some work because of your finances. But somewhere, some place near you, you can find somebody. Just to be diligent. Even if you have to go to a church and say, do you guys have any attorneys here? One who might do this for me pro bono or for a very minimal price. It might take a while, and you may have to take your hat in your hand and do a little bit of it, almost begging. But you need an attorney here, my friend. You really do.
Yeah, thank you so much. I think I do need an attorney because, yeah, she's very difficult.
Yeah. And God be with you, my friend.
Yes. Thank you, Enrique.
Thank
Praying things go well for you this weekend. Let's go to Kristen. As you all know, Kristen is the joy of our life here at Marriage Helper. So let's go over and see what workshop testimonials she has for us this week.
Hey friends, it's Kristen, the workshop coordinator here at Marriage Helper, and I am back with my absolute favorite part of my role here at Marriage Helper, and that is sharing testimonials with you all from our past workshop attendees. So let's get right to it. The first attendee wrote, I didn't know what to expect in this workshop, but I'm so glad to be a part of this. I was powerfully moved how this workshop helps ourselves and marriages. Bless your hearts for all you do. This next attendee wrote, "This workshop brought every self-help book on marriage and self to life." This next attendee wrote, "The workshop was crucial to us saving our marriage and giving so much insight and tools on how to communicate with one another. Completely judgment-free zone from the sweet, loving staff and other couples." And this last one's short and sweet, but I love it. It says, "Think it's over? Try Marriage Helper Workshop." And to that I say, one weekend can change everything. So are you ready to take that next step and attend one of our workshops? I hope to see you soon. Back to you, Dr. Joe and Kimberly.
How can you help falling in love with her?
I know, she's so great.
She's awesome.
How can you tell Kristen no? You have to come meet her. She wants to meet you all.
She's amazing.
That's right.
Well, as a matter of fact, we get to work with a whole group of amazing people. Everybody who works with us is good folks. They're good people. They care. They love people. They want to help. It's a pleasure. It's absolutely a pleasure to work with this group because we have so many good people working with us. You know, Michael, Kristen, and so many others. Jason.
If we could we'd just flip the camera around, you would see him.
Jason is one of the key players in this organization. You just hardly ever see him, but he's a key player here and hopefully will be for the rest of his life.
That's right. All right, Joe, let's go to maybe our last caller for the day.
Maybe.
Unless we try and fit in both. Who do you want to go to?
Well, I haven't read them.
Let's start with Ben from Oregon. Ben, how can we help you today?
Yeah, hi. So I am trying to decide if I continue standing for my marriage or if I need to work on letting her go.
What happened?
I've been I'll try and make this short.
Okay.
For the past few years, I have not been present in my home life.
Okay.
I'm a veteran and I suffer from PTSD and depression and have been in and out of therapy for the whole time that we've been together. And I've done a lot of growth.
First of all, thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. And secondly, I'm so sorry for your PTSD, but I can understand how that affects relationships. So what's happening in the marriage right now, my friend?
Real quick, I started a job. I became a supervisor in a retail store, and the schedule was very chaotic, and I put my whole self into that because I thought it would be a career. And last year I noticed it took a toll on the family, so I started making plans because I'm a veteran. I get to go back to college and start over, and so I started that process in last September with the goal of starting it this September, which I have. But then in November, at that time, it was almost 2 years of us not really talking or engaging. She told me she wanted to separate. She felt we had grown apart. And then we tried marriage counseling in January, and that was just a waste of time.
Okay. Have you been separated? Have you been separated since then?
The separation is really weird because she still technically lives here, but this summer she spent 3 to 4 nights at a friend's house and didn't really talk to me. But when I was home, I still wasn't present.
So she says you're separated, but she lives in your house.
Yeah.
Okay. And she's sleeping in the same bedroom with you?
Yeah.
Is she making love to you?
We had about 2 months ago. We had 2 really intimate nights.
Okay,
and some good talks.
She hasn't slept with you then in a couple of months. So what's happened since then, my friend?
No. She admitted to going on a couple dates with another guy,
Mm-hmm.
and this Halloween weekend, which was our holiday,
Mm-hmm.
I got I lost track of my pies, and I got angry. But then we talked, and for me, she confirmed without confirming 100% that she had a sexual relationship with him.
Okay, so she's sleeping with at least one other man, and so what is your question here, my friend?
I thought that was a possibility for at least a few weeks now, and having confirmation.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I'd be able to forgive her. 'Cause
Mm-hmm. Did she ask for
my
forgiveness?
core
Does she want
values.
you to forgive her?
No, she hasn't even, like, her confirmation was, I asked her directly, are you having an affair? She said, we're already divorced. And it's like, are you sleeping with him? And she says, we're not going to talk about that right now. So
Okay, so basically she
there's
doesn't
a
care if you forgive
possibility.
her. She doesn't care if you forgive her or not.
Yeah.
In her mind, she's moved on. Is that
No.
what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, and so what's your
Her whole
specific
personality
question
has
then?
changed over this year.
Okay, Ben, and I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. So what's the specific question now then?
Is there still hope, or do I just need,
Brother, how's this
or
affecting
do
you?
I just need to
How
start
is
working
it
on
affecting
letting
you?
go?
What's it doing to you emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically? What's it doing to you?
This is my second marriage, and I swore I'd never get married again until I met her.
But what's
And I
it
thought I
doing
would
to you
never
right
have
now?
to deal with heartbreak.
Okay.
I'm
How's
feeling
it
really
affecting you?
broken.
How's it affecting you physically?
I've lost a lot of weight.
Okay. How's it affecting you mentally and emotionally?
It's causing a huge distraction, and
Gotcha.
I'm already failing at my classes.
I'm so sorry, Ben.
And this was supposed to be a restart, and now it's an absolute starting over. I'm 47. I'm trying to get my
Hey, Ben,
stuff together.
I hear you, but listen to me, brother. You're still a young man. 47, you got a lot of years ahead of you. Do you have anybody helping you right now?
My adult children are really supportive of me.
Good. Do you have a therapist?
They're actually furious.
You have a therapist, a pastor,
serious with their
anybody
mom.
like that?
I have a therapist, but we're more focused on controlling my ADD.
Okay, I got that. But you have somebody that cares about you and is taking care of you, right?
Kind of. I mean, I spent an evening with some friends last night, and they're really supportive, and
Good.
I've been
Okay, Ben, look,
trying to reach out to people, but I've been pretty isolated.
don't do
the
that.
last 7
Please
years.
don't do that. It's not my job to tell you what to do. I'm not a counselor, therapist, and I'm not out there with you. But Ben, here's my recommendation, because I can tell that you're in deep, deep pain. Don't worry about this marriage right now. Right now, what you need to worry about is you. Take care of you, help you find healing from this emotional pain that's affecting you physically, intellectually, emotionally, spiritually. Let your kids help you, but you need to find somebody, my friend, a counselor that will not just help you with your ADD, but can help you believe in you again. Because what I'm hearing is you're taking the responsibility and blame for this stuff. Like, this is the second time, that kind of thing. And that will make you doubt yourself. And if you doubt yourself, then your whole life can fall apart. So I'm worried about you, Ben. And I'm begging you, as a friend that hasn't met you yet, I'm begging you to get the right kind of help. Do you go to a good church by any chance?
No, I am identify as being spiritual, but organized religion has
I get you. I understand.
caused issues in
But-
my life.
But at the same time, There's got to be a church around there somewhere where you can find a pastor who will be your friend, even if you don't want to be part of organized religion, somebody who has beliefs and values that will lead them to genuinely care about you and to love you as you, and can help you love you as you. Don't let this woman destroy you. She's got her own problems. But right now, my friend, I'm begging you, don't worry about the marriage. Whatever she does, just let her go. And you take care of you, because you're going to be in danger if you don't. And we don't want you to be in danger. Will you find somebody to help you in addition to your children, please?
Well,
I want you to
spoke
give
to one of my instructors.
Okay, good. Will you give me your word?
She wants me to go to a counselor at the school.
Good.
And stuff.
Will you give me your word that you'll do that? You're a man of integrity. I'll take your word. Will you give me your word that you'll do that? Will you?
Yeah,
Good.
I can do that.
Good. Hey, in a few months, call us back and tell us how it helped. I believe in you, sir. You're going to be okay.
I appreciate that.
God be with you.
All right. Well, that wraps up this week's show. Thank you, Dr. Joe.
I'm sorry I took over there at the end, Kimberly. I just don't think that was a marriage problem. That's a man who needs to survive and prosper.
Yeah. Well, we love speaking with you every single week, and we are glad that you spent your time with us today. We will see you next week. And until then, I hope that you remember that there is always hope. We'll see you next time.